This is week 6 for the NDL. We are currently 4-1, so we're doing pretty well. And before I forget, I'm gonna ask y'all to like, comment, and subscribe, because while I fix my microphone, you can fix my like to view ratio. See, I made it work. Yeah, no, I'd appreciate it if you enjoy it, like, leave a comment, all that fun jazz, because I mean, you're already here. You can listen to a bunch of this part. I need to be on this tab. Yeah, so we're going up against thundermcbuster, and for some reason on our dock, the last 2 weeks of their games just aren't updated, and I don't know why. They don't know why, and so it kind of sucks. So it's hard to see exactly what they've been going with. But all I know is that they're undefeated. As far as I know, they're the only undefeated person in the league. So that's kind of scary to go up against, right? So if I take a quick look here, it seems like the 3 matches they've done so far, yeah, they brought Whimsicott every time, they brought Iron Valiant every time, they brought Hoodra every time, actually. They brought Staraptor twice. Yeah, the other ones have kind of swapped in and out. So they have a scary team. When we first did the draft, they put together a team. We were just kind of talking about like who would rank, like where. I can't remember where they were put in the admin rankings. I think it might have been like 7th or something like that. This might be the best team in the entire draft. If not, it's top 3 for sure, in my opinion. Maybe if you factor in mind, maybe you could push it to 4th at worst, but still. So Whimsicott, Terra, Iron Valiant with Fairy, Psychic, and Steel. That thing could Terra, it's crazy. Spectre, Gallade, that can also Terra into Fighting, Dark, and Steel. Regieleki, Weavile, Meowstic, Hisui and Goodra, Staraptor, Terra, Scoville, and Fire, Steel, Fairy, Bruxish, Water, Dark, and Fairy, Terra, and Quagsire. So they have all 12 Mons, compared to me, who has like who has 10. They have a couple really, really good priority users. So they have Whimsicott for support with things like Tailwind. They have Meowstic for screens. They have Bruxish for blocking priority. And spoiler alert, that might matter this week. Although I'm not super worried about it because I'm bringing second terrain Ndl, as you can see. But also things like the Scoville has potential to run amok. Staraptor Intimidate is kind of spooky. Regieleki, incredible speed control, but their team is extremely fast, right? We got some tools for it. One thing I do want to check right now, though. This thing gets Trick Room. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for that. Cool. Yeah. So the plan is we have a Trick Room mode. That's kind of our main plan because their team is so damn fast, and they have a priority Tailwind setter as well, Whimsicott. So like it might not be the most amazing play, but we'll see what happens. So we're going with this Ndl set. Originally I had Protect instead of Dazzling Gleam, but I was like, you know what, I kind of want to have a damaging move, and I don't super duper need the Protect. I kind of want Mental Herb as well, but I want the Mental Herb could be good. No, you know what? It's okay because I'll be in terrain, and so they're fast taunting. You can only like really go into torrent. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. We're just really defensive and we're really slow to try and get onto Trick Room. That's the purpose of this guy. We're gonna want to put it beside Ursaluna. I literally just in the last 30 minutes changed this from an Armor Rouge to Ursaluna because for some reason in my brain I forgot that this is a normal type and that's really good for dealing with Spectre, because I was like, because the problem with Armor Rouge was running an Assault Vest set, but then I was like, Snarl Spam can be difficult, and I have to Terra out of my Fire Psychic typing into Grass if I don't want to get bopped by any of the Dark and Ghost moves, and I'm like, okay, well I can just be this guy, right? So we still gotta be worried about Ice, but this is Big Bear. The lowest speed that Goodra Hisui can go is 58, so we're going 57 to be the fastest we possibly can be while underspeeding everything except the Quagsire, but I don't see the Quagsire coming, and if it does, we have ways to deal with it. And then 3 move coverage, Headlong Rush, Facade, and Shadow Claw. Not going with Earthquake this time, mainly because ground isn't amazing, super necessary into them, and I kind of don't want to have to play mind games of, oh, I have to be beside Torn, or oh, I have to have a Protect beside me, or I have nothing going on. I don't want to deal with that shit. So we got that. We got some fun supportive pieces. Like we're running special Hisui and Arcanine with Will-O-Wisp, Overheat, Snarl, Protect, and Wide Lens because I don't want to miss my moves, right? And so we have like an 85%, a 90, and a 95. So our Snarls will always hit. Our Overheat, 1% chance to miss, and then this I think ends up being like, what would that be, a 93% chance to hit? So pretty good overall. 146, I think I trained a lot of stuff to outspeed Gallade, which now I think about it actually might be at 146, so I might bump that up one, because that was absolutely the benchmark I hit. No, Gallade is 145, so we want the 146. So that's why we got that. We got 147 here. I don't know why I have 147. I could go down one. Oh, it's because if I go down one, I'm at one. We'll do that. Why not? It was the same type of deal. So we got Tornadus here, very, very physically bulky. We also have Focus Sash. I could go Mental Orb so that I can't get taunted by Whipscott even under terrain. Kind of gonna run the risk. Just gonna kind of have to, I think, because I don't want it to get knocked out by something like a really fast Regieleki that's like Specs or something like that. Like, so dealing with that. We got Bascule Legion here, 101 under Tailwind. If they don't have Tailwind, I outspeed everything except maybe Regieleki. Yeah, because I have no chance in hell of outspeeding that thing. Terra Electric, because defensively it's our best Terra. But in terms of stabs, we want to go with the other two that we have. We're Mold Breaker just so that if they do bring Quagsire, we don't have to deal with that. If they bring Gooey, Hisui, and Goodra, it won't lower our speed, which under Tricker maybe would be something we actually want. And we also can Aqua Jet into Dazzling. I don't know if I can target the partner of something with Dazzling. We might get cooked by that, but we can definitely target the Dazzling one, right? So if it's down on 1 HP, if the Bruxus is down on 1 HP, we can still attack it. The Lex Specs is just insane. Finally, we got Tinkaton here. Yeah, we have Light Screen on Indeedee, and then we have Reflect on Tinkaton. And we also have Intimidate on Arcanine with Snarl. Like, we have a lot of damage mitigation to kind of let Bascule Legion and Ursaluna do their thing. We got Fake Out, Gigaton Hammer for, you know, any sort of damage type deals. And then we have T-Wave, which I'm debating last minute. Do I change to Play Rough? Oh, shit. No, I don't want to delete. That was almost really bad. Now that I think about it, yeah, because they have a lot of physical threats, but they have, you know, I think my reasoning for getting rid of Play Rough was that a lot of the stuff that's weak to Fairy is also weak to Steel, but I also can't use this twice in a row, so I'd have to either T-Wave something that I can't T-Wave, or I'd have to Reflect when I already have it up, and that could be awkward. Do I really see that being a major problem comparatively to, like, being able to nerf the speed of something like an Iron Valiant or a Spectrier? No, I think the utility of the T-Wave and the Reflect are going to be worth it. We're going to give this a shot, right? I don't want a last-minute change other than this one, but I had been debating this anyway, so this isn't super last-minute, in my opinion. That's the squad we're going with. That was very rambling. I might have some weird cuts in there when I'm thinking. We'll see. Also, I'm going to do my best about the AC in the background going off, but it is hot as shit, and I need to do it. Am I wearing a sweater and a hat in this office while complaining about the heat? Yes, I am. I'm probably going to, like, cut at some point there to make it seem like a joke, though it's like I have nothing actually to say. Or do I go super meta and I cut off the joke? Never, except for after this amount of sentence, so that it's like the joke, because now I'm like acknowledging it. Or I could go like the third step forward and I could cut myself off. We are here, we're recording. Now I can lock in. So they have just the one priority user. That's very, very okay by me. They do have their slowest boy in Hisui and Goodra. No crits against that guy. And so, in terms of Terra Captains, they have a Terra Steel Iron Valiant. That's annoying. Ish. And then they also have a Terra Dark Gallade, which is fine because I didn't bring the size spam mode. And then they have... Are those their two Terra? Yeah, because the other ones are Scovillain and Bruxish. Cool. So, they potentially have Trick Room available through Gallade, Whimsicott, and maybe Val? We'll say Iron Valiant. Do you have Trick Room? Yeah, so they have 3 Mons with Trick Room that they potentially could go for here. So I kind of want to lead in a way that either gets me immediate setup into Trick Room and attempt that, or just to put a lot of offensive pressure into them. Because I could go for the, like, oh no, well, the Fake Out in DD lead doesn't work because Psychic Terrain. That would be silly of me. I could go for the Arcanine lead and intimidate something and then start trying to burn things. I'm not against that. I could do that, and then do I want to go for Ndl to block with a taunt and stuff like that, and then I potentially can go set up like a light screen, bring Big Bear in the back. Basket Legion here is like, it's decent, but I kind of want to not use that game 1. I'm gonna go Ndl in front, I think. You know what I might do? This is gonna be a weird lead, a weird structure, I think. But I'm gonna go Ndl. I'm gonna go Tinkaton, Arcanine in front. Depending on what they have ahead of me, I could switch. No, I'm gonna go with my original thought. I'll bring. Do I want Tinkaton or do I want Bask? I think I want Tink. Do I want Tink? Hold on. Tinking. Okay, well, I'm definitely bringing Ursaluna. And then, you know what? I think I'll go Basket Legion in the back. Yeah. Wow, so they also are still thinking. That's crazy. So I'm going to back out. Yeah, so we're going to go Ndl, Arcanine, Ursaluna, Bask. Yeah. Okay, so they go for this. I get the Intimidate off on both of them. I'm faster. My Arcanine is actually faster than their Staraptor. That's kind of wild. All right, Weavile. Because you get knockoff. You get, what fighting moves do you get? Brick Break, low sweep, low kick, upper hands. Okay, if I go, let's look at my Arcanine into a Weavile. We'll choose OU offensive. I have to change the type. 15. We'll go Brick Break. We're just doing about half. Oh, but it's not even a -1. Never mind. I'm doing so much to it, and I could nuke it with an overheat if I wanted to. Staraptor. Oh, let's call it Choice Banded. -1. Level 50. CC isn't knocking me out, which is quite nice. All right. What about into my Ndl? Okay, Reckless Choice Band. Oh wait, no, we know it's not Reckless. We know it's Intimidate. So we live 1. We don't live 2. Do you get Taunt? Okay, this Weavile does get Taunt. So I think I might just go for straight up damage in that case. And do I overheat it, or do I Will-O-Wisp the... Do I Will-O-Wisp on this? I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp into the Weavile. Throat Chop, they get a crit, of course. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of okay-ish though. And then Final Gambit we live in. Alright. You're slow Final Gambit? Okay. Okay, so the crit, not my favorite thing in the world. Alright, we're gonna go to Basket Legion, I think. Right? Because I kind of want to switch Arcanine into Ursaluna next turn. Because I don't necessarily see a move coming that way that I'm super scared about. And I don't want to protect Ursaluna and get nothing on the turn other than switching in Basket Legion. Alright, so, okay, wait, we can actually find out exactly how much HP that had. So it had 192. You're at 252. So it's max HP, so it's probably max HP, max attack. And if that's the case, Yeah, I'm pretty quick. Okay, so they're going to... so they could get up a Tailwind here. Let's look at a Whimsicott. Reg G. Let's look at my Basculegion. Last Respects. I don't know why Last Respects doesn't give me an option for like extra damage, but... Okay, so Last Respects is doing like 80% to it. Arcanine is doing not as much to it, but you know, it's still a thing. And then, but like, do I have Protect on Arcanine, right? So I could protect this turn pretty comfortably. A Weavile knockoff would not be the most fun thing in the world to deal with, but you know what? I can deal with it if that's the case. It's also burned, so in terms of its damage output, I'm not super entirely scared. So I kind of want to just Terrastalize, change my typing, Last Respects into Fluffy, and go for the Protect on this turn. I predict a Tailwind here. It's Tailwind, but it was so unnecessary. They go for the Throat Chop, okay. And that does the 82%, very good. Alright, so let's see, Weavile. I'm gonna do Weavile, this, we're gonna say Throat Chop. You're at -1, and you're burned. I don't know your item. Into Arcanine-Hisui, that's still doing a lot. AKA, it's going to kill it. But if I go into Ursaluna, I'm eating everything alive that I possibly could need to, which is quite nice. So I'm going to Last Respects into Fluffy, and I'm going to switch to Ursaluna this turn, because especially if I can get a KO this turn on the Whimsicott without the Weavile switching out, then I can switch back in, Intimidate Weavile down again, and it'll be so nice for me to deal with, because it'll be super duper weak. Actually, if I look at my Basculegion, yeah, Wave Crash will just take this thing out, which is quite nice. All right, so we're gonna say base 1. Yeah, I'm amazed Last Respects doesn't have a multiplier on it on the calculator. That crit turn 1 was scary, but you know what? Once again, living a final gambit that I didn't prep for, totally calculated. Alright, Big Bear's in. Moonblast does 35%. Throat Chop comes through and does like 14%. Okay. Alright, Whimsicott is down. Alright, we got this Iron Vow. Special attacker. Terra Steel. Alright, so let's look at Iron Valiant. Iron Valiant. I'll call it Special. I'm gonna call it Modest. Special Attack Booster. Into my Terra Electric. I'm gonna say Terra Steel. Let's assume that you Terra. If I'm at 65%, okay, so it might... It has potential to knock out my Basculegion. No matter what it goes for, it will knock out my Arcanine. But I'm okay with that move. If I go into... If I look at my Ursaluna now. Let's say your Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere could knock out my Ursaluna. I just switched in, so I could protect it and scout what it's going on, what it's going for. And then, yeah, because if the Aura Sphere this slot, that's problems for me. Whereas I have a chance to live this hit, and I don't think the Weavile. So you know what? Actually, it might be worthwhile. Unless I Basculegion here, then 65%. Because that Iron Valiant is terrifying right now. I'm going to try to Wave Crash that, and I feel like I'm okay if my double up is into that slot. I doubt they're going to protect this turn. I'm going to try and Headlong Rush it as well. I want to take it out. and I predict that they're going to knock out one of my 2 Mons. But I don't think they can knock out both. I don't think they can knock out both this turn. Alright, so they just go for the throat chop again. That might be banded then. Oh my god, we live. I think we lived like on 1 exactly. And the double up was extremely necessary. Holy shit. Okay, hold on. I need to look at that real quick. Oh, it was extremely necessary because it wasn't an Oko from Basket Legion. Never mind. Yeah, of course. They're only going for throat chop, so I kind of want... So here's the problem. Let's say that they're not actually banded. I could be throwing, but I also kind of don't want to show them that I'm special. But I'd rather show them I'm special than lose. Yeah, okay, so I'm pretty sure they're banded. Alright, so we go up 1 game. Very good. Alright, we on to game 2 now. Alright, so in game 1, we led Arcanine-Hisui. And they instantly went for Throat Chop. What move would... I was looking at sound moves earlier. Hold on. What move from me are they scared? Was it Perish Song? Maybe Psychic Noise? Wouldn't have been Bug Buzz. Parting Shot, I don't think. Maybe Snarl, I don't know. In any case. Alright, that lead Iron Val is potentially extremely threatening. And Ndl ended up not doing much last turn except for preventing Whimsicott from targeting me with anything like an Encore or a taunt, anything like that. So I kind of want to go Tailwind mode this time. And I could lead with the Tink and get some pressure that way. I also think they're not running Fake Out, which is very good. All right, so 186, hold on, so 202. Okay, we have to be careful with the Star Raptor. We have to be very careful with the Star Raptor because it's Final Gambit. I think could really take us down. Okay, so I could see them leading Star Raptor or Whimsicott. And it would take out my Ndl too, which sucks. It would take out half of my team. It definitely takes out this full lead. I could go for this lead and Arcanine in the back. Also, Ursaluna really did things there, and so did Basket Legion, but Ursaluna really did things there. Do I really want Torn? I don't want Torn. I think I want to run back the same 4. Why am I picking Tinkaton then? Yeah, Tinkaton I don't think applies the pressure that I need it to. So we're going to go the same 4. We're going to try the same 4 again. So they just lead with the Val. I don't have Protect, do I? I don't. That is extremely unfortunate. Does Final Gambit hit normal type, ghost types? Hold on. Does Final Gambit hit ghost types? What the? Okay, if Final Gambit doesn't hit the opponent due to type immunity, then Gambit will fail and the user will not faint. Okay, so it would stay around, still locked into it. That might still be worthwhile. To try. Potentially, is it? Well, I guess the question is, what is Ndl doing otherwise? Because it's absolutely going to be a Final Gambit into this slot. So if that's the case, I'm going to switch to Basket Legion. Alright, so we get the -1 on the Val. Or a Sphere, we live because of that. And then Final Gambit fails. Beautiful. Alright, so... Let's see, Final Gambit attempt into there. No, this is going to switch this turn. I don't think they're going to waste the Final Gambit into that slot. I could see them trying maybe Aura Sphere again. In which case I could get out of dodge, or I can just protect. Also, my Arcanine is so much faster than they are, which is kind of insane. Iron Valiant from my Arcanine is taking most of its HP from an overheat, so I'm going to just I'm just gonna cook it. I think that's my play here. And in that case, I kind of want to double into the slot. I also kind of want to Last Respects into the Staraptor, assuming it'll switch. Actually, yeah, because like, what does that lose me? That loses me nothing unless they protect Val and they Final Gambit there, which like I'm not super mad about that if they do that. So I'm gonna overheat. I'm gonna Last Respects the slot. They do switch. Okay, cool. So I get some chip. They do protect. That's the way she goes, but I at least break a Focus Sash this way, which is quite nice. I'm pretty sure I showed Protect before. Energy Ball could do some damage to me. Hold on. Basket Legion. I'm taking a lot from the Blast Kick. I'm taking up to 73%. We'll say Whimsicott, Prankster Support, 73 plus 30. Okay, so that's taking me out. And if I go for Energy Ball, that's definitely taking me out. A double up could take me out anyway. Although if they're doubling up into me, then they're... I feel like I'm chilling. In a way, I kind of want to Snarl. Because I could Tailwind, knock this out, and then I could go for a Wave Crash into Iron Valiant. And get a lot of damage off into it, put it very low. And if I go for a Snarl, I'm not doing any damage of any sort, but I'd be reducing its special attack as well as the Whimsicott, effectively neutering that. Or I could just do a ton of damage because it just protected. Yeah, it just protected, and I will Terrastalize. I'll also Wave Crash the slot. They get another Tailwind up this game, but it's kind of okay. I'm assuming that they're going for a Tailwind this turn. If not, I mean, their Whimsicott, I don't know the speed of it yet. I don't think. Maybe I do. Posing Fluffy. I don't know if I saw it next to the Arcanine. No, I haven't. Okay, so they go for the Terra Steel and also Terra. Wait a minute. Oh, they Moonblast. Imagine if they attacked into this. I would have knocked them out with a Heat Wave. I mean, this just ends up being a Follow Me angle, right? Or I can go Ursaluna. I protect. Then I switch. Yeah, no, because I'd be losing Psychic Transients anyway. There's 2 turns left. Okay, so we're gonna say this. We got this. Oh, I need a special Iron Valiant in my calc. Please. Iron Valiant, -1, special attack booster, close combat, Aura Sphere. Or Moonblast Aura Sphere, rather. And we're looking at Basket Legion, Terra. You don't take me out in any one hit. DDF. You also don't. You basically do nothing to me. So I can follow me pretty reliably. And then Basculegion. I could go for Last Respects, but if they switched into the bird, that would be a problem. If I look... Let me look at Whimsicott again. This is going to be base 100. I do minimum 71. I'm kind of more worried about the Whimsicott, if I'm being honest. Because this thing at -1 special attack is, you know, it's manageable, I think. So the Helping Hand boost. Moonblast does 51%. And I take it out. Very nice. Alright, so we got the Staraptor out. Did we see their last yet? I don't think we have. Right? They led... Yeah, they led these two. They swapped this into Whims. Yeah, we don't know the last two. Which is totally okay. This guy also has Protect. I feel like Follow Me is super obvious. I'm gonna go for it anyway, and then I'm gonna Wave Crush into that slot still. Okay, we called the Protect, right? That's good. So they go for Brave Bird instead of Final Gambit, which is, I think, the right play. Alright, so our health does continue to go down. And now we're up against this guy. Okay. Actually, hold on. Let me, yeah, hold on. So Weavile. Say OU offensive. We know you have Throat Chop. I think your Choice Band. Okay, Throat Chop could take one boy out, and then Ursaluna doesn't survive an Ice move if it goes into it. So this thing is absolutely the threat. Okay, if my Ursaluna is healthy, I have to Headlong Rush in order to knock this out. And then Iron Valiant, do you, like, can I take you out with an Aqua Jet? It's a roll, depending on their health. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to Aqua Jet that boy, and I'm going to Headlong Rush into this. Is that a throw? Let's say they, like, big damage into this. KO. This can't KO here. I need to double up the Weavile. Can I KO the Weavile with my Basculegion? Yes, I can. They go for the triple axle. Do they hit all three? They do hit all three. Okay. Yeah, okay, so in that case... alright, their Tailwind's out. Maybe I beat them. I don't know. Alright. No, they win game 2. Alright. Or, yeah, GR. Alright, so... Game 2. What fell apart there? Once again, Indeed... I mean, Indeedee did stuff. Indeedee did do stuff. The Weavile in the back was very threatening, and not having Arcanine to help nerf it was bad. I also potentially could have won if I committed with the play. I was too worried about what happens if, like, I didn't think that we, like, for some reason, like, the whole thought process banked on Weavile not being able to kill Ursaluna or Basculegion when it could. I just didn't see it, so that was my fault. And so if I had seen that, I think I would have gone for the same play and I would have Aqua Jetted, and then it would have been a roll if I win or not. And if I had EQ, maybe that would do something, but I don't think... No, that wouldn't have KO'd the Weavile anyway. So anyway, I had the turn almost correct. If I Aqua Jetted Valiant, then I think even if it didn't KO, I think I still would have made the optimal play. So I have not brought Torn yet, and I think they're expecting me to bring Torn this time. I kind of don't want to. I've led these two every single time, so I kind of want to switch it up and go with the Tink. Basculegion still proving to be very, very strong. The Hisui and Goodra is terrifying, though, if I don't bring Ursaluna. What if instead of Tink, I bring Torn? And then I bring Basculegion and Ursaluna. I like that. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it, and we're going to see if we can KO something like off rip. Iron Valiant, let's just call you this one. Overheat has like a chance to KO, which is cool. Oh, GLHF. Game 3. Let's go. I said GLHF, the first 2 rounds. I gotta say it this time too. They have been quite close. Game 1 though, I felt like I was always in command. In game 2, I always felt I was a bit on the back foot. So we're gonna see if the Torn lead does it. Okay, so Torn is Focus Sash, which is good. So even if Final Gambit decides to go into there, we will live it. And then Overheat has a chance to KO the Valiant. But I also can just go for the guaranteed hit with Snarl. Lower its damage output. And even if it's a double up, I'll have Tailwind up. So I'm going to do that. It could also be CC. It could be a double up here. But then I have a full health Torn. So I'm going... I could also see it being like CC plus Protect. Is there any benefit to me just protecting Arcanine this turn? In that case then? Because if it's a close combat into here, or even if it's, chunking it down with a... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to Protect and Tailwind. Okay, cool. So the Valiant went for the Protect, which is very, very good. And they go for the Final Gambit, and I'm now on my Sash. Incredible. So now I'm faster, right? And I have Taunt. I don't know their item. They could be Mental Herb. If they're Mental Herb and I taunt it, no, I don't get anything because I'm not going to be able to taunt it again. They're almost certainly going to KO into here. They could even have like Shadow Sneak, right? If they go for Tailwind, I know I'm faster than their Valiant. So I'm going to get my Snarl off and I'll live here anyhow. So I'm going to go for the Snarl. Taunt on this turn doesn't give me any benefit, I think. And they potentially could Shadow Sneak me to KO, which is bad. So let's see if they bring up that. Okay, but here's the thing: I'm in a very good spot if they aren't Mental Herb, because my Ursaluna is slow as shit. That's hilarious. Basculegion would start cooking though. If they just go for straight up damage, that's a whole other thing. I could try and Bleak Wind and I would get good damage onto both of them. I would actually, against this Valiant, I would KO it. They haven't shown their last move. I kind of want to Protect. I'm going to do it. Show me Shadow Sneak. It's Encore. Okay. So, we reduce that damage there, which is very nice. And I think my best play, even though I'm probably going to lose both this turn, is to try and do the same thing again. No, hold on, because the Weavile in the back is just going to run amok on me. So, good to know that they have Encore. I'm gonna switch into Basculegion because I'll take a Moonblast, and I'm immune to an Aura Sphere. If they try and Encore me here, this is the time for Taunt. Yeah, this is the time for Taunt. They brought out the Weavile, okay. Taunt, Mental Herb? It is Mental Herb, okay. But that shit failed, which we love. We love to see that. The Valiant switching out sucks because they could. I feel like we might see a Whims switch here. I also. Alright, we're gonna see Weavile again. Once again, I wish that Weavile had some kind of set that I could go off of. Into Basculegion. If I go Terra Electric. What was Helping Hand? Yeah, it Helping Handed. If it Helping Hands, it can knock out my guy. The problem is that, okay, if I go Throat Chop. Helping Hand Throat Chop absolutely nukes me, which I don't like. I also felt like I could see the Ice Shard coming through, so it's like, if I Terra Electric here, they might, you know, give the chance here. And also, they could try and Tailwind this turn now. I could see them trying to go for the Tailwind here, actually. And so in that case, there's really no sense in not terastallizing on this turn, in my opinion. Well, actually, no, because I will live with... Oh, wait, no, hold on. Choice Band. Oh, see, now we're playing mind games. Ah, shit. Okay, hold on. So, this Ursaluna is kind of useless in this match. I'm actually going to sack Ursaluna. And then... Or I'm going to sack Ursaluna, I think. And then... Do I let them get a Tailwind up? I don't want them getting a Tailwind up. Yeah, I'm going to sack Ursaluna here. Alright, I get my own Taunt off. They can't Tailwind. Yeah, just knock me out. One of them's a crit. Crit didn't matter. Cool. I'm like super duper okay with that. And we're gonna send in Arcanine. We're gonna get the Intimidate off. We know they're banded. They're probably gonna take out my Torn this turn, which I'm okay with. Valiant have any damage on it? A little bit, which I'm kind of okay with. So then we're just gonna Overheat and Tailwind. And potentially take out we're potentially taking out whatever's on the left slot. And then we have Basculegion in the back to help take care of things. Is that a throw? Hold on, I gotta think this out. If that's a throw or not. Because Basculegion's at full health. It would have at least 2, if not 3 boosts to Last Respects. I have Terra to play Mind Games with. The potential throw is that Whimsicott. Say Whimsicott with Energy Ball, because Energy Ball is going to do more into Arcanine, right? At -1. If it's max, it could knock me out. I'm gonna run that attempt, and I'm gonna set up my Tailwind again. Okay, so they switch to Val. We take it down low. Moonblast comes through, and we absolutely yum it. They can't switch out both this turn. And I'm faster than them, and I'm pretty sure they don't have any priority because they would have clicked it by now. So I'm gonna get Basque Legion out of here, and I'm gonna Bleakwind Storm. We're gonna put it on the back of this boy. If they have Shadow Sneak and they haven't clicked it yet, and they reveal it here, good on you, bud. They go for Protect. Bleakwind Storm. Takes out the Whims. Incredible. I feel like the Protect is so obvious, but I don't think they have any other recourse around it. So I'm gonna Protect. And I think my play is to just Bleakwind Storm again. They Terra Steel. Bleakwind Storm get me more damage. I take out the Val. There we go. That's what we needed. Absolutely what we needed. Oh, and they target into that as well. That's just unfortunate for them. So we don't Terra because we're going to resist with the water. And we're going to Wave Crash. Wave Crash, and then I think we switch to Arcanine. Oh boy. And we went to a game 3, but we pull it out in the end. We take down the one undefeated person in the league. That feels good. I'm gonna be real. I was having kind of just a rough day. Life just gets rough, you know. That felt good. That felt very good. I'm very happy with the last minute switch to Ursaluna. That boy was doing work. So Thunder, absolute GG's to you. Played it phenomenally. Those games, all three of them, very close. That second game, you definitely discombobulated me. I didn't know what was going on. The Mental Herb, I was like, you know what? That's probably Mental Herb, huh? I almost also went Mental Herb. I'm very glad I went Sash in the end. That was terrifying, but going Indeedee 2 games in a row, like for the first 2 games, I'm hoping is the reason it dissuaded you from leading on Whims, because that let me get up like my own Tailwind, right, and get a bunch of priority. Like, your team put out a ton of pressure. I was super scared of Alecki. I was super scared of Spectre. Very happy you didn't bring either of them. Your team is very scary. It's got a lot of neat pieces that are not as commonly used, I think, but they feel really good roles. And because of just how many of them you have, it's very hard to prep into your team. That's a very, very strong thing. Like, your draft, I've said it multiple times, I love your draft. So absolute GG's to you. So I'm fairly confident with giving your record at this point. You'll probably make it into playoffs. I hope someone else eliminates you, because I don't want to go through this again. Oh my lord. But yeah, that was awesome. Very happy with the work that Special Arcanine put in there. The Overheat, the Snarl, the Will-O-Wisp, the Wide Lens. Oh baby, that was I was cooking with that. That's basically gonna be it. We're now 5-1. We're doing well. We'll see if we're maybe at top of the league now. Might be the case. Who knows? In any case, once again, please like, comment, subscribe, all that. Thanks a ton, and peace out.